So here's just one more example on 20 meters, 14.20. I've got the transceiver down there, and I'll just show you what the dipole is with and without the tuner. So I've gone to memory 11, which I've set up as 14.2 megs. So pushing the memory read button should set the tuner up for the values I had before. And when I turn on the transmitter, the SWR is 1 to 1. Turn the tuner out of circuit and it's 2 to 1. Back in. There we go. I can vary some of the bits. If I vary the say the C out capacitor, select C out, and I can do it with a fine control. Now run a carrier. There's not much change, but I can use what's called the big steps by there we are, that one there. That's now reducing the amount of capacitance on the output capacitor. You see it shoots right up. It's a fairly low Q circuit, and there we are, we've found the minimum. And if I want to do this, I can do the same with C in, but I don't get as much change there. There's a little bit there. About there. I'll zoom in a little bit tighter on the meters so you can have a better look as I'm doing that. So there's C in. See the wheel turning? The wheel is actually turning. You'll see that it's just moving, and we go to C out, and there we go, one way. The output capacitor is quite broad. There we go. That's the phase. Notice only one needle. Go back the other way. Actually, what I'll do, I'll just go memory read. That'll put me back to the values I had before. Yeah. And now if you look at the phase, both needles are the same. I've now gone to 7.19. I'll just turn the volume up on the rig. You'll hear the noise as I read the values. You'll see the tuning unit. There you go. There's quite a bit of noise on 40. So down on 7.19, I'll just read the values out of memory again so we can see that. See the wheels turning and the inductance and the C out capacitor lights up, the last recorded values. Now if I transmit without, I've gone to the 10 watt because there's not a lot of SWR in that part of the band. If I now switch the tuner in, you'll see there's nothing there. So I've gone to the 10 watt position, and I'll just see what happens with when I vary the inductance. There you go. Inductance, and switch to the capacitor. It'll be C out because that's what's selected. C out. That's going less and less capacitance, and go back the other way. That's it. What's the phase look like? Not too bad because it's fairly low. Now we go to C in, and we'll vary that one. Check the phase while that's happening. So we go, that's the one. This is the phase meter varying. When they're the same, you know they're in phase. But the SWR tells you enough. There we go. So we've just got to go back to C in, get that back down to where it used to be, about there somewhere. And then we can just record that. Write that down. Inductance is 5. If I reset the system, it should go to those values. And we should find 0 low SWR, which we have. Take the antenna out of circuit, and we get a bit. So up on 7.19, the antenna's still pretty good actually. But I've done these tests all the way up to from 160 meters up to 10 meters and found nulls low SWR in all bands with that dipole. So I've now turned the linear on. I'm just going to tune it. I'm running 10 low power, and on the 1000 watt it's reading about 120 watts coming out. So I'm just giving it a bit of a peak using the load and tuning controls on the linear. So that tuning was done into the dummy load. Now I'm going to the frequency is clear, so I can listen to that, make sure there's no one on. So if I now transmit, we see the SWR is quite high, so I have to trim that back. So here's the inductance. Give it a bit of a tweak, you'll see it go up. We're only running about 100 watts at the moment, and we'll see what the capacitor. Normally the output capacitor is the one that does most of the work. We'll set the capacitor, and we'll use the fine control. Well, not much change on the fine control, and not a lot of change. There we go on the when we get down to about half capacitance. Go back the other way. Try C in. There we go. Go back the other way. So this has all been done at 100 watts with the linear.